against non-legal
jobs in football. Joining us now live from Plainmoor is our reporter Martin Dean.
Good evening. Yes, a busy day all round here at Plainmoor. 3 new appointments in all. Paul Compton is to take over as assistant manager and Kevin Hodges will become club coach. But of course it's the arrival of the new boss which has been the main talking point. Having emerged as a clear favourite to succeed Don O'Riordan, it came as no great surprise when Eddie May breezed into this morning's news conference, having been installed as Torquay's new manager. Although the club's currently bottom of the Football League, May had to beat off competition from more than 100 other applicants for the job. He's well aware of the difficulties ahead, but he has been promised financial backing in his efforts to lift Torquay out of the doldrums.
Money was available to Don earlier in the season. We haven't got any development work going on this year, so we can divert some cash towards strengthening the side. And yes, that money is available for Eddie.
At 51, Eddie May knows all about the ups and downs of life in the lower reaches of the Football League. He experienced both during a 4-year spell at Cardiff, taking them to promotion in 1993, and then seeing it all fall apart amid protracted behind-the-scenes problems. Tonight he'll face Torquay's supporters at a special fans forum, although some have already greeted his appointment with cautious optimism.
Well, he's had success at Cardiff, so I think if anybody can do it, he can.
He's been there, he's done it before, so, you know, he could drag us out of the mire as well.
It's about time somebody bucked him up, isn't it?
Well, only time will tell to see if he can buck them up, but a little earlier today I spoke to the man himself, who told me that he was looking forward to the new job.
I find it a tremendous challenge. There's no question about that. I have been down to see the team play 3 or 4 times. Like the atmosphere about the place. And as I say, it's a hell of a challenge. I know all about the 3rd division. I've had success in the 3rd division, and I'm hoping to get the success here.
I've got to say, it's possibly in some ways not the most appealing job in the sense that the club are bottom of the Football League, and that presumably has got to be your first priority, getting them off the bottom.
Exactly, you know, I mean, it's people, if they can understand what I'm trying to say, is that, okay, it's a job back in football, but it's also a tremendous challenge, and if you don't do it, then, you know, your reputation goes out the window, and people forget about winning the championship like I did 2 years ago, and they talk about the fellow maybe that took Torquay out of the league. So I see it as a challenge for myself and the players and everybody involved.
Eddie May, well, he certainly faces a tough start to his campaign. He takes on Lincoln City on Saturday. That's the club immediately above Torquay in the table.
Martin, lots of rebuilding for Eddie May to do. Where does he start?
Well, I don't know. It's going to be a difficulty for him. He's been landed on his first day with a transfer dilemma, really. Chris Curran, the captain here at Torquay, has been the subject of a transfer bid from Lincoln City, would you believe? They're near rivals. And he's got to sort that one out first of all. I think he'll want to have a look at the team before he makes too many changes, but obviously he's going to have to make some changes, I think.
Martin Dean, thanks very much indeed. Now, Exeter City's teenage winger City boss Eddie May as Don O'Riordan's successor. Before we see yesterday's match against fellow strugglers Lincoln, Martin Dean assesses the tough task facing the new man in charge.
There are few certainties in the world of football management. Losing your job is one of them. The other is that once you've been kicked in the teeth, the desire to get back into the game is likely to be fiercer than ever.
Where's your partner? Just go into the side, head it back to me. Side to side, OK? Just 20, 10 either side. Right, pick up.
Eddie May has clearly lost none of his enthusiasm after a brief spell in the football wilderness. But at 51, he's been in the game long enough to know that he faces a tough challenge at Plainmoor.
OK, it's a job back in football, but it's also a tremendous challenge, and if you don't do it, then, you know, your reputation goes out the window, and people forget about winning the championship like I did 2 years ago, and they talk about the fellow maybe that took Torquay out of the league. So I see it as a challenge for myself and the players and everybody involved.
May was selected from more than 100 applicants for the job, and it seems that there was one quality which gave him the edge over the rest of the field.
I had to do a lot of agonising over the sort of final 3 or 4. It came down to that, and there was very, very little to choose between them. But of course Eddie has got the single biggest attribute above all of them. Quite recently he's taken Cardiff to the 3rd Division Championships, and I do like the idea of him trying to repeat the habit.
For the moment, though, the new man at the helm has rather more modest ambitions.
Short term, obviously, is to get us off the bottom of the league. Long term, then obviously, you know, we've got to look to just keep climbing and climbing, if you like, you know, and if come the end of the season we're halfway up the table, we'll look upon that, you know, as a hell of an achievement, if you like, you know. And then we'll think about the following season. But we've got to stay in the Football League.
May's already made his first signing, former Cardiff midfield player Paul Ramsey. And there are likely to be further recruits over the next few weeks as he adopts a relatively simple approach to saving Torquay's Football League life.
I always said that, you know, a successful side is a team that doesn't get beat, obviously, but you never play well for 40-odd matches a year. You play well, and when you don't play well, you become a hard team to beat.
Well, a chilly afternoon here at Plainmoor, but a warm welcome for Eddie May, the new manager of Torquay United, as he takes his place in the dugout. Clearly a tough task ahead of him as he tries to lift Torquay United off the bottom of the third division table. Paul Ramsey, the one new face that Eddie May has managed to bring in so far, makes his debut for Torquay this afternoon as Lincoln City get this game underway. Paul getting a good flick on. Comes for Rodney Jack. Jack finds space to get a shot in here. And he can. Unfortunately, the end product not quite what he would have hoped for. Johnson. Looking for space to turn. He gets away from Barrow. Dangerous cross in. Ainsworth. And Gareth Ainsworth puts Lincoln City ahead. Whitney taking the throw in very quickly. Came for David Johnson. He was the key player in it all. He got away from Lee Barrow. Good cross in. And Ainsworth tucking the ball into the far corner, giving Ashley Bayes no chance at all. Hathaway bringing it through for Ramsey. Hathaway again. Now Hall. Finding Canham. Canham looking for space to get a shot in. Was catching Richardson unawares. A nasty bounce. I suspect not all that easy to see in this bright sunlight either. Minette then with the free kick. And towards that far post, headed away by David Bing. Minette again, trying the shot this time. And good save from Ashley Bayes. Well, Jason Minette letting fly from fully 30 yards. Looking as if he was going to beat Bayes for a moment. The goalkeeper doing well to turn it away for the corner. Minette then with the corner. Moving towards that near post, headed away by Curran. Minette trying another shot. Oh, against the underside of the bar. Twice in the space of a minute. Jason Minette comes within an ace of giving Lincoln a 2-goal advantage. Cracking shot again. Ashley Bayes again getting a hand to it, turning it onto the underside of the bar. And away for the corner. Arnott looking to get the flick on. Now Johnson. Getting away from Lee Barrow. Johnson with the cross. And that's number 2 for Ainsworth. Well, again, it was David Johnson who set it up. He got away from Lee Barrow's challenge. Got to the byline. The perfect ball across the face of the goal. And Ainsworth with the simplest of tasks, just tucking the ball into the net. And then with the corner. And towards that far post. Curran trying to get on the end of it. Hall hooking it into the bar and headed away. The goalkeeper complaining that he was impeded. Close to a goal then. Looking to turn past Brown this time. Leighton Cameron making runs into the middle. To his Hancocks. Late! Oh, so nearly a superb goal. Lovely run from Hall. Good cross in. Late meeting it first time. Looked to have done enough. Just going wide of that far post. Hathaway then with the corner. And towards that far post. Barrow coming in with the header. Hooked away by Unwary. Comes for Kelly. Kelly trying the shot. Oh, a cracker against the bar. Still the ball not clear. And it is now. Kelly trying to turn it back in again. And Torquay still coming forward. For the corner. Tom Kelly so unlucky. Really struck that well. Came off the underside of the crossbar. Didn't quite fall for Mark Hall.
Disappointed with the result, obviously, but I wasn't disappointed with the performance. Saw things there today they could work on. and the players worked hard. But there's things we'll talk about on Monday. They're disappointed, obviously, but as I said to them, you know, I learnt a lot today, and there was a lot to sort of encourage me as well. They're a difficult side to play against. John Beck's gone there, and they've got this long ball game. But, you know, we kept at it. If you look at the 2 goals against, they were identical. Ball out wide, and we dived in, and the fellas got free, and he just rolled it across for somebody to knock in. I spoke about half-time, and then second half, after about 2-3 minutes, the same things happened. But we finished strong second half, and we've had 3 good chances. We've hit the bar, and we've got to take encouragement from that.
So, Eddie May knows exactly the task facing him at Plainmoor. Torquay now 4 points adrift at the bottom, and we'll take a look at the table a little bit later. 4 points adrift of yesterday's Plainmoor winners, Lincoln, but still plenty of time for Eddie May to turn things round. Let's stay optimistic. Join us again. Here's central defender Alex Watson has joined the club from Bournemouth for £50,000. The 27-year-old former Liverpool player completed his move from Dean Court to Plainmoor at lunchtime. Will make his debut in Saturday's game at Cambridge. Well, after their tremendous performance in the network, points adrift at the bottom, but with £50,000 central defender Alex Watson making his debut, manager Eddie May was hoping his new side could begin a steady climb out of the danger zone. Our commentator, Dave Croft.
Ramsey with a header. Hall might try and pick out Hathaway on this near side. Good ball to find him. Crosses in and flicks away only as far at the far post as Scott Canham. And once again, Torquay making the early pressure. Forward for Corazin. There's a player out on the far left, that's Paul Rayner. Joseph sprinting forward on the overlap. Corazin did well to lay it back off to Rayner, chip to the far post. Hyde is here at the far post, and he really should have hit the target, but good work for Alex Watson. Hancock still keeping the move going, saw planted across this far side for Hathaway. He's made some space for the shot, and a good effort from Ian Hathaway. That's woken the Torquay supporters up. Good turn on the edge of the area from Ian Hathaway. A shot skimming off the surface, picking up pace as it went along. But alas for Torquay, just wide of Barrett's right-hand post. Corazin on the chase. Beaten Curran, and Kelly hesitated, but Curran got back there well. The ball might just be able to be kept in. And Corazin settles for a throw. Has Jeffrey in support with him and just leaves the ball for him. Hyde, back to Jeffrey. Hyde did well to hold off his man. Jeffrey plants the cross and looking for Butler, who's been held. He's dragged down in front of the referee, and that the most blatant penalty you'll see in a long while. Butler's been dragged back all afternoon, and just for once the referee spotted it. An easy penalty decision. Butler stepping up to take the spot kick. Oh, and Ashley Bayes very nearly got to it. He maybe got a slight touch, but not enough to stop it going in. And Cambridge take the lead. Torquay have thrown the big men forward. Watson and Curran both up for the corner. Watson rises for it, gets the header to Curran at the far post. Back across the face of goal and not out of play. The move still continuing. Chipped into the near post. Hancock's with a header. Wide of the post. A golden opportunity for Chris Curran. Alex Watson got the header from the corner. Curran with a spectacular volley. It flashed across the face of goal. Didn't go out of play. And in the end, Richard Hancock's put the header wide. Saw couldn't pick it up in the centre of the field, and now the break's on. Watson charging into the area. This could be two, but he's dragged it wide. Chris Curran to take it. Long throw. Bing rises up. It's headed away, but only as far as Curran. Drills the cross in, and Rayner is forced to put it behind for a corner. Not that he probably saw much of it. Not much time left for Torquay here. Hathaway swung to the far post. Hall couldn't quite get a shot in from that angle. He slips, but still manages to keep the ball in play. Headed across and in! And Torquay have finally got the equaliser. Well, they've dominated the second half, and no one can deny that Torquay deserved that equaliser. Fair credit to Mark Hall, who did so well at the far post to keep the ball in play after he'd slipped. It was a good cross put back across the area. The header was inch perfect, straight into the bottom corner. It's Cambridge 1, Torquay 1.
Yeah, I'm delighted. I mean, I thought we started very well. We had a couple of great chances in the first 5 minutes, and the longer the game went on, I felt, you know, we deserved so much and had nothing really. But we kept going and we kept playing, and lots of commitment by the players, and we played some good football. And we got what we deserved in the end, and in fact I felt on the game we deserved to win. Is it something you've called for the players to be a bit more committed and to really play with a bit more passion for the team? We have to, because of the position we're in. I mean, it's all very well having a bit of skill and things like that, but you know, you've got to battle your way out of this, and today we've done that. And as I say, I'm delighted the boys got a result, but I'm disappointed we should have won it.
And we'll see how that result affects Torquay's position down at the bottom. Cambridge, Lincoln's victory over Northampton, putting the Gulls 6 points adrift now at the bottom. Well, there's no programme next Sunday because it's an FA Cup weekend. Good luck to both Plymouth
and Roger Clark.
Well, not many people would have given Torquay United much of a chance here this afternoon against a Walsall side from one division above them. But the Gulls acquitted themselves very well indeed, especially in the first half. But at the end of it all, it finished 1 apiece. That means a replay, as Stefan Ellerbeck reports.
Torquay got off to a dream start after just 2 minutes when Ian Hathaway put the home side 1 up from a free kick, awarded after Walker in the Walsall goal had handled outside his area. Thick fog began to hamper visibility, and after 20 minutes Torquay's keeper Ashley Bayes pulled off a fantastic save from a Martin O'Connor free kick. Minutes after the break, Walsall's substitute Carl Lightbourne equalised with a fine piece of finishing. Torquay came close to nicking it through another Ian Hathaway free kick near the end, but instead had to settle for a replay at the Bescott Stadium, Walsall, in 10 days' time.
Well, I'm joined now by the manager of Torquay, Eddie May. Eddie, your thoughts on that performance this afternoon?
I was happy with the performance. I thought, you know, we acquitted ourselves well, much the same as last week, and on the day I felt we should have edged it.
It must give you great heart, bearing in mind your position in the league. It must give you great heart to know that your side is capable of a performance like that.
That's right. As I say, last week I was encouraged, but this week, as I say, was above that, if you like. And you know, things are gradually coming together. How I want them to play, the organisation, and I think it's showing now in the performances.
Eddie May, thank you very much indeed. From Plainmoor, back now to you in Plymouth.
After a replay to endure before they know if they're safely through, on Saturday in a fog-bound encounter, they held 2nd Division Walsall to a 1-1 draw. Toby Seeley reports.
Torquay got off to a dream start. After just 2 minutes, a slight miscalculation by Walker in the Walsall goal gave the Gulls a free kick on the edge of the area. Ian Hathaway then put the home side ahead. Thick fog began to hamper visibility, but after 20 minutes, Torquay's keeper Ashley Bayes did pull off a fantastic save from a Martin O'Connor free kick. Minutes after the break, Walsall's substitute Carl Lightbourne equalised with a fine piece of finishing. Torquay came close to stealing it through another Ian Hathaway free kick near the end, but they'll have to settle for a replay.
I feel that we need a striker up there who can sort of lead the line, knows what this you know, 2nd and 3rd division is all about, and somebody can get goals.
And that replay will be at the Bescott Stadium in Walsall a week tomorrow.
It's a bit like spot the ball at times.
Mark Hawthorne. And a good flick on from Scott to White. White's control let him down, but his pace has taken him into the area. It's still Jason White! And that's the first goal! A lovely bit of pace from Jason White, carried him clear into the area. And how's that for a calm finish? Paul has made the run to this near side. Still going, trying to thread his way through. And shoved off the ball by Rob Scott. Free kick and a nice position for Torquay here. Looks like Hathaway that's come over to take it. He chips one into the far post. The header came in from Aidan Newhouse, and that was only inches wide. Curran, long ball spread to this near side. Bing climbs well, and Newhouse can try the shot and scores! Well, there's a goal almost from nothing. And Aidan Newhouse, he's had so many opportunities this afternoon. He had to hit the target eventually, and finally he has. Always swings the corner in, aimed at that far post. The header came in from Lee Barrow over the bar. Well, Lee Barrow, you felt maybe should have done better with that. It was a free header, nobody picked him up. The header over the bar, and the score remains at 1-1. Flick on Jason White, and a clear, tries the shot and whips past the post. Well, Jason White does get himself into some lovely positions, and no doubt the reason why he's been voted man of the match for Northampton. Good shot there, and just past the post. Thompson does well to hold the ball up, with Barrow snapping away at him. Pear puts a high ball into the area. Bays comes, misses the punch, could fall for Colkin! Over the bar from 7 yards, and you'll never have a better chance to score than that.
If you look at it, it's a good draw away from home against a tough side. It was a good scrap out there today, I felt. It was a game of two halves. I thought, in the first half, we tried to play too much football, if you like, and it wasn't that type of game. And if you look at their goal, it was a basic goal. Long ball down the middle, got flicked on, and they've put it away. And it was always a game where, there was a lot of fierce competition for balls and things like that. And we didn't really compete, I didn't feel, well enough first half. And second half, as I said to the players, today it's about scrapping and playing football when we can. And we went out second half, and they carried out the instructions to a T.
So Torquay closed the gap at the bottom to 5 points after Lincoln's defeat at Cambridge. Right, let's
from the side.
At Walsall, he's on loan from Wimbledon, and the Premiership club don't want him cup-tied. The 1-1 draw at Northampton means United are now 5 adrift at the bottom. Plymouth Argyle manager Neil Warnock is preparing.
Second Division Walsall and Third Division Torquay. The commentator is Gerald Sinstadt. Walsall in the red.
Wilson's touch for O'Connor. Support from Marsh, tricked his way in nicely. Left foot shot. Oh dear! Straight through the goalkeeper, and there was absolutely nothing in the shot from Chris Marsh, but it was enough to put Walsall in the lead. Whatever happened to the goalkeeper? Foot over the ball, onto the left foot. Just bobbled. Maybe hit a little divot there and went over the goalkeeper's body. This is Hathaway against Bradley. Taken on by Hancocks. Hawthorne deflected and in. It's 1-1. Now, whose goal is it? Right, now let's see if we can sort it out. This is Hawthorne, and he certainly gives it a thump with his left foot, but it also gets a deflection. I reckon that's off Hancocks, and Walker very unlucky not to make the save. Hancocks will probably claim it. Watkiss doing well in the air since he's come on. Watson then for Torquay, but now O'Connor's away. Can Watson stay with him? O'Connor, goalkeeper's ball. No, yes, no. How many chances is he going to have a go at it? Well, by my count, Ashley Baines had about 3 goes at that. Got various parts of his anatomy in the way. And off the line. Curran, right at the death. Too many defenders there, but they haven't done very well. Jack, good save. Walker. Rodney Jack. Took his time about this, made the space for himself, teed it up, hit it well, goalkeeper saved well. This is Mark Hall. It's an interesting pass too. Hathaway. It's a good cross. Oh, that's a great save. Best move of the game. And Walker, this time, denied Hancock's after really a fine sweeping move. Good cross from Hathaway. Goalkeeper getting across. Good save. Free kick quickly taken. Wilson, good save this time from Ashley Baines. Torquay caught absolutely cold by the quick free kick. Dilemma for Chris Nicholl now is whether to throw Kyle Lightbourne into the game, and if so, when. Lightbourne still recovering from a groin strain. Keeper's come for this one and didn't get it. Lee Barrow gets on the end of the corner, and Torquay take the lead. Houghton, support from Darren Rogers. Good-looking cross. Bradley coming in on the cross, met it hard, but still climbing, and the ball over the bar. And there's a goal from the free kick. Kevin Wilson poaching at the free kick, and we are back to 2 apiece. Wilson getting in front of his marker, and Baines unable to stop it. 4th corner for Torquay. And they're in there again. (3-2), and this time it's Ian Gore, and Hathaway's corner pays off for the 2nd time in a matter of a few minutes. Once again, they don't do very well defensively, but the header was good. Bounced about 3-4 yards in front of the goal line and up into the roof of the net. Well, that's a nice little ball. 3-3. Good work by Darren Bradley, but a beautiful ball that slipped him in. Very confident finishing, and the game is all square once again. I think it may have been Lightbourne who played him through, and Bradley gets his 2nd goal of the season. Mr. Gallagher and Mr. Bradley finally sorted themselves out, and it's a free kick, and that could mean danger. Well, if it does go to extra time, which now seems more and more likely, or is it? Oh, complete miss kick, but there's a man coming, and off the post, and away, and we are in stoppage time. I think that was Hathaway's shot. The complete miss kick, and then off the post, off both posts indeed. Oh, that's a fine goal, and the man who started it all has given Walsall the lead again. Chris Marsh on the volley from an excellent cross in the 3rd minute of extra time. Lightbourne well out of reach of the goalkeeper. Marsh coming in, and it's 4-3. O'Connor. This is a real tussle. Great play by... Yes! Lightbourne's got it, and that was really all down to Scott Houghton's determination and pace. Houghton was determined that he wasn't going to be beaten in this race, and a real race it was too. Under pressure, pulled back, still kept going, kept his balance, crossed well. Lightbourne, the predator at the far post. 5-3, Walsall. Well, now, you have to say, it looks pretty black for Torquay. They made a marvellous game of it. Looks as though they may now be going away empty-handed. First time that there's been more than 1 goal margin. And there could be another coming here. Yes, there is, and that now has surely settled it. The skipper has added his name to the list. It is 6-3. Martin O'Connor has scored. Released early, a lot of confidence, a lot of pace. Goalkeeper exposed, 6-3. Corners have proved dangerous and productive for Torquay. And they're in again. Once again, the corner produces it. And this time, it's the Spaniard, Mateo Pinto. Good corner deep. Turn back, and the man unmarked at the far post. 100 minutes. Curran. Little flick. Houghton still full of running. 7. Always dangerous with that right foot. Scott Houghton cuts inside, bends it out of the keeper's reach, and now Walsall have set a record score in the competition proper for the club. A good cross and a good save. Lightbourne's header, and Baines has prevented it from becoming 8. Lightbourne can scarcely believe that that didn't hit the back of the net. It was a most inviting cross. He leapt well. Couldn't have done better with the header, really. Time for one more. Wilson. Anybody's. Lightbourne will have it. 8-4. If he hadn't had it, Scott Houghton would. Into the roof of the net, and Ashley Baines picks out number 8. Bradley. Oh, the back heel was too confident, too casual. Consolation for Torquay? No. Walker too quick. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the evening's entertainment at Bestcourt Stadium. Walsall 8, Torquay United 4, and Wigan to come in the third round.
Chris, I'm not quite sure what you say after that. You praise your forwards or blame your defenders?
Well, it's no good asking me. You saw it all. I suffered with everybody else. I've just asked the players if it was hard for them, because it was certainly hard watching them.
I mean, at 2-1 down and 3-2 down, you must have wondered if you were going out.
Oh, yeah, we quite possibly could. The boy hit both posts there, the bottom of both posts, and that was us gone. No question, but that's cup football. That's why you're here, isn't it? That's why it makes good television. I mean, there's some wonderful goals. You just couldn't keep track of it all.
Little 8-4 for you. Alan's actually got a migraine. That's what the public want, you see. They want all this defensive nonsense. They want 8-4s.
Not enough white circles in the building for that game, I'll tell you.
We've got the rest of the night's Cup replay action for you now. Harry Gratian reporting.
Take a check.
The way it looked, not very happy about it. They've been told that, and some of their careers are on the line. There's no question about that.
However, the fans who stayed loyal throughout felt the players deserved some praise for keeping to their task.
We hit the post in extra time with a minute to go, and then we let ourselves down in extra time. But going on that, there's a lot of positive things out of it.
Now the attention of the players who Eddie May chooses to keep at Playmore will switch to the fight against relegation.
Their stooped, shadowy figure.
Division 3 revival against a Scarborough side